Hey there. Hey, don't adjust your computer screens. We are in black and white. The reason why is this week we're going to go back to 2014. And, my challenges I had with intro music here a couple weeks ago, I couldn't find a royalty free service to add that old time movie overlay to my slides here. So I just went with black and white here for this slide. Hey, my name is Les Solgrove. I'm with Via Realtors. This is Simply Des Moines market update. All the data you're going to see today, as well as today's video and previous videos, are all available at www.desmoinesmarketvalues.com. And let's get started here this week. We're going to talk this week about another aspect of the real estate market. We'll get right to that. But here's the dashboard for week 7. And it's still pretty much the same as last week. You'll notice here that our homes for sale, our existing homes for sale, is making up still about that 30% of our total inventory. And but we're selling about 53%. And these numbers here, the new homes are making up 53% of our inventory and selling about 30%. So we're still pretty well flip-flopped on the amount of inventory. We'll talk about that this week. This is has all to do with months of inventory. And throughout the week, the new homes market favor was towards a seller's market until I got to Sunday. So yesterday, I pulled all my market data up again, and every day I pull it. And as of yesterday, we went just barely back into an even market. And we'll talk about what a seller's market and even market is here. So this week's topic is all about months of inventory. So let's jump into that. So months of inventory, it's kind of a misnomer in this kind of a market, because this is what the real estate market looks like to home buyers. There's not a lot of homes on the shelf out there waiting for home buyers. Well, there's a bunch of home buyers out there, but not very many listings out there for the home buyers to pick from. And so we really aren't talking about months of inventory or really even weeks of inventory. We're actually down to, in one category in particular, down to days of inventory. And so let's talk about that here for a second. The true definition of months of inventory is you have to make an assumption first, and that is that assuming that no new additional homes are added to the marketplace, how long would it take until all the current homes that are currently on the market would sell? That's this month of inventory category. And this is a measurement of looking at homes that went under contract in the past 30 days versus the homes that are currently for sale. So that kind of gives you this pace. And up until late fall last year, we were saying that a buyer's market was defined as 6 months or more home inventory. In other words, it would take more than 6 months to sell everything out. Even market, or a balanced market, was between 4 and 6 months of inventory, and a seller's market was between 0 and 4 months. And actually, the National Association of Realtors kind of came out with an update on this particular metric and said, hey, we're in such a high buyer demand market that we're going to lower this by 1 month on all the categories, at least for the time being. So do look for this to kind of eventually go back to that 0 to 4, 4 to 6, and 6 plus. But right now we're in a buyer's market when we have 5 or months more inventory. 3 to 5 months of inventory is the even market, and then our seller's market is anything under 3 months of inventory. So that's the metrics that we're going to be really using when we talk about this months of inventory today. So what I have on here is just a couple of screen captures of my dashboard, and in the upper, let's see, right here at this months of inventory, 1.2 months versus last year at this same time we had 1.3 months of inventory. So that again just says that we're about 1.2 months before we would run out of homes for sale, and we're really right on target with where we were last year. It doesn't seem like it. It's just because we've got such little inventory. We are just hyper focused on how busy the market is. And if you look at this 1.2 months of inventory, what does that translate to in days? Well, at 1,672 homes that are currently for sale right now, it would take 36 days for us to sell all of those homes out, assuming that no new homes come on the market here. If we look at existing homes, this one kind of surprised me when I pulled this one up. We're just over half a month inventory at 0.6 months of inventory, both this year and at the same time last year. So there's no change in our inventory levels. However, we're currently sitting at 484 homes on the market, which would take 18 days. But the biggest challenge or change on that is this time last year we had 566 homes for sale. So we're down by about 80, a little over 80 homes for sale right now compared to last year. But the big one here, the one that really is really the troubling one, is our existing condo townhome inventory. We have actually cut our months of inventory in half compared to last year. We were at 1 month last year, and we're at 15 days, so half a month right now, with only 74 existing condos or townhomes currently on the market. We had 160 last year, so we're 86 short of where we were just 365 days ago. Now, how does this look for the new construction? We break this down also by the homes, the single family product versus the condo townhome. And this is more in line with what we would probably normally see in a normal market here. The new home inventory, we're at 3.1 months inventory. Again, if you would have applied the old metric, we would have been, deep into a seller's market. But because the number got lowered down to 3 months, we're just over that right now for new homes with 94 days of inventory and 886 homes for sale. That's not too many more than we had last year. We had about 800 last year at the same time, so about another 85 or 90 away from where we were last year. But the condo townhome new construction has really kind of made a pretty big adjustment this year so far. Last year at this time, we had 370 new construction condo townhomes on the market. This year, we've dropped that by 140. We're down to 228, which, that's the beauty of new construction. They can kind of sometimes just turn the inventory on and off. But we're definitely in a even market there. So at 3.8, although you can see here a year ago, we were almost at six months inventory. So one of the questions somebody asked me earlier this week was, hey, what day of the week do homes come on the market most? In other words, what's the best day to put the home on the market to get to compete with the rest of the homes? Is it a weekday? Is it a weekend? And so I said, I've got that information. I just need to pull it out and kind of look at it. So I went back to 2020, and this is a breakdown of the average count of homes added to the market by any particular day of the market, day of the week here. So obviously at the front and the back end of this graphic, you see we have, Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays are the lowest count for homes coming on the market. That makes sense because real estate offices are typically not open with staff to enter the listings. But Monday through Thursday tend to be a little bit less, although it's pretty decent. 60 to 70 homes came on the market on average every single day in 2020, with Friday being kind of the big day of the week. And that all makes sense as well because, you're putting homes on the market on a Friday, getting it ready for the weekend, and in such a market like we're in, you're trying to get the most buyers in that you can. You want to kind of position that for a Friday introduction, and then it would likely sell over the weekend. 2021, that same pattern emerged. Again, Monday through Thursday, we were last year we were seeing between 50 and 60 homes come on the market. Remember, we were in a dwindling listing market. We've seen our inventory of homes drop, and so obviously this number is going to be lower each year, with Friday still being the big day at 75 there, although it's not too terribly far off of Monday through Thursday. So how does this look so far in 2022? Well, here we go. Again, weekends out, but look at this. We're between 35 and 45 homes typically coming on the market right now every single day of the week. And even Fridays aren't that much more than what we are typically seeing during the week. So at the height, we're seeing on average 52 homes coming out on a Friday. And this is where the challenge comes is, we're just not seeing as many homes coming on the market, and, these are actually homes that are coming on. They're not missed because they're selling so fast. These are actually the number of homes coming on the market, and they don't stay on very long. We'll talk about days on market in a future show, maybe even next week. But right now, this is just the number of homes that we calculate out. So if you want to overlay this, all three of these on Monday through Friday or Sunday through Saturday, as it is here, you can certainly see that we've dropped on Fridays when we were normally having about 83 homes come on the market 2 years ago, down to just over 50 coming on the market on Fridays. So this is just a good mental image or a visual of why we're in the crazy market we're in. We just don't have as many homes coming on, and so the path ahead for homes for sale coming into the spring market. This is the last slide. This is the homes for sale graphic showing you where our inventory levels currently are as of yesterday. And, we're well below where we were a year ago. And if this pace continues, I've said this before, it's not going to be a surprise if we get down close to 1,500 homes or maybe below that. It would certainly be a record low. But here's our all-time low last year, which I think was 515 back in late May, and we're already below that here. I'm sorry, this is the all home for sale, 1,600 and some. The single family existing homes was the one that hit like 515 at that point, and like I said, we're currently at 484. So this is just all homes, and I'm just really nervous that if we don't start to see some new listings come on, this whole year is just going to be even crazier than last year with the buyer demand that we still have out there. So with that, thanks again for watching every week. My name's Les Solgrove. This is Simply Des Moines Market Update. And again, all the stats are available at DesMoinesMarketValues.com. And I hope you will take a minute and subscribe to my YouTube channel while you're there. Also, be sure and hit the thumbs up or the like button if you're on Facebook as well. Any comments or feedback, and I will certainly try to mention any questions each week as I get them. So with that, thanks for joining me, and we'll talk to you all again next week.